Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Albers, joined with Tom Manassi, and we are here for the finals of the conference tournament of the OCCAC conference, and it's two of the top teams in the league at Owens and Cincinnati State. Cincinnati State comes in with a record of 25-6, 9-3. Owens comes in with a record of 24-7 and 10-2. And Tom, these two teams have split the last two times they've played, and we expect this to be an unbelievable game. The last two times these teams played, it was an overtime game here. When it was here.
Yeah, no question about it. You got number one against number two, and it's kind of been that way over the last few years. Owens always typically ranked at some point in the top 10 in the country. Obviously, the coach has great respect around the country to be voted in that many times, but congratulations to Owens on the regular season league title. But Cincinnati State, I'll tell you what, they are in possession of the Player of the Year in the OCCAC, Dan, and Cameron Vaughn had a monster year leading the country in total rebounds and offensive rebounds. So she looks to play much better than yesterday, struggled a little bit, and ended up fouling out with 4 minutes to go in the game, and that kind of stung a little bit. They were able to survive without her.
So we're going to take a little break here. We're going to have the national anthem. We'll be back with our game action here shortly. All right, what a great national anthem that was, Tom. And not only do we have a great national anthem, we're sure going to have a great game here tonight, as we were talking about with both teams. And Coach Beeler is ready for her team to take on Owens again for the third time this year. They've split. Obviously, Cincinnati State won here in overtime, and that game was back on January the 19th. Cincinnati won 82-75. And then they went up to Owens and lost 82-65. So, and the big difference again is going to be Ricketts not being on the team anymore. That's going to be, I think, a significant factor in today's game. Yeah, you're talking about Emma Jean, who averaged 20 points in the two matchups, along with over 10 rebounds. So that's a huge loss for Owens right now, especially going against a team that matches up with you very well to begin with. So it's going to be interesting to see. Owens kind of started out a little sluggish yesterday against St. Clair, but ended up just pretty much handling them very easily in the second half.
Cincinnati State's going to have to do a better job of staying out of foul trouble. That seems to be the one thing. When they get in foul trouble, they really seem to struggle offensively with certain lineups on the floor.
Yeah, and you got the player that's been just special all year has been Cameron Vaughn, #1 in the nation in offensive rebounding at 6.6, and she is the reigning OCC Player of the Year. So, they got that going for her, and when you can tell when she is on her game, that's when Cincinnati seems to be there. But then on the flip side, you got Kinsey Brandt. Unbelievable what she has done fighting through that injury, that wrist injury, and she's continued to still play very well. And they've just really had, when one girl or one players have not played well, they've had someone else step up.
Yeah, and the one thing with Kinsey is, and we saw it early on, I know you weren't here yesterday, but Kinsey came out and hit 2 3-pointers pretty early in the game. Very aggressive offensively. And I think that shows that she's getting a little bit more comfortable with her outside shot. And if she can start getting those outside shots to go down, then that makes her an incredibly tough ball player, on top of the fact that she's one of those down and dirty type players, always hitting the boards, always going after the loose balls. She leads the team in assists most of the time, not all the time. But so she's an all-around ball player that you look for to have a huge point in this game, along with Cameron Vaughn, like you said.
Absolutely. Owens will be the home team. They're going to be in white since they're a higher seed, Cincinnati being gray. And we're getting ready to start this game. And then after that, we're going to stick around. We're not going to do the Lakeland game, but we're going to stick around and watch that one. That should be a good game, too, as well, playing Owens. So we're getting ready to start this game, and it's going to be controlled by Owens. And they quickly get it down court right away to number 21. His shot is no good. And they're going to run down a rebound as #1, Mitchell. Mitchell gives it up to Bezu. Bezu has it. Looks like Cincinnati's going to be in a man-to-man. And Bezu has the basketball, gets it out to Heacock. Heacock's going to drive all the way into the basket, throws up an off-balance shot, no good. Kinsey Brandt has it, and they're going to have a foul.
Well, Heacock is one of the most consistent players that Coach Lannis has. He very high on Heacock, and we'll see if she maybe possibly tries to do too much because of Ricketts not being here.
Well, Kinsey Brandt's going to fire up a three-point shot. Good! How about
like
that?
Yesterday, Dan.
How about that?
Good start for Cincinnati State and Kinsey Brandt. You can just tell she's got that bounce in her step again today.
I think all the girls have bounce in their steps today. So, and that's going to be the biggest thing, Tom. I think it's going to be foul trouble. They don't want to get in foul trouble. And that is going to be Mitchell with the ball. Gets it inside. And taking it all the way, throwing an off-balance shot. It is no good, tipped out. It's going to be controlled by Cameron Vaughn. It's a good start here for Cincinnati. They're up 3-0 on Kinsey Brandt's three-pointer. Kinsey Brandt's going to get it back. She's going to fire up another one. Good! Watch out. Here she comes.
That is
two three-pointers.
Very good sign once again with Kinsey. When she hits those outside shots, she is an incredibly dangerous player.
So Kinsey Brandt hits 2-3. Nice move to the basket by number 0, Jordan Bond. And the foul's going to be on number 20, and that'll be on Cameron Vaughn. So that's not what we want to hear.
Yeah, and I thought that foul was going to be on Desiree Ash because Desiree kind of turned her back on the play instead of facing up and taking a charge. But Cameron picks up her first foul after fouling out yesterday. I thought that was really going to be a key moment in that game. And I give Cincinnati State a lot of credit because they stuck in there and battled. And even with the loss of Cameron, they did a good job of finishing that game.
And makes both free throws. It's going to make it a 6-2 ball game. Cincinnati up here 6-2, 18:35 to go into here in this first half. Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, and Rhonda McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports. And there's a shot by Ash, and that wasn't a very good shot, Tom. That hit the side of the backboard. Coming all the way down and almost stolen by Kinsey Brandt as Karen Scott was going to the basket. Owens will take the ball out of bounds, trailing here 6-2. And inbound the basketball. They have 22 on the shot clock. Driving all the way in. Nice shot in. Bringing it in was number 1 was Mitchell. She drove the basket, and that's going to cut it down to a 2-point lead. Cincinnati got up 6-0, but now it is 6-4. Kinsey Brandt gets it out to Ash. Ash cross court over to Chin. Chin's going to drive in, off balance, and puts it up and in. I like how they're attacking the basket, Tom.
I do too, and give Chin credit right there. She got tripped up a little bit, but was able to keep her balance enough to get it up off the board.
17:45 to go. Cincinnati up here early at 8-4. And that is Mitchell. Gets it inside to Bond. Bond throws up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Hannah Stevenson. Stevenson quickly coming down the court. Stevenson might have carried the basketball. They didn't call. There's Kenzie Brandt now on the wing. Back over to Stevenson. And they get it now to Chin. They got 16 on the shot clock. Good ball movement by Cincinnati, Tom. Get it to Ash. Ash gets it out to Kenzie Brandt now. They got 8-7 on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry up.
There you go.
Fires up a three-point shot. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by number 21, Heacock. Heacock looks like she's going to take it all the way. And she's going to get the ball up. There's a charge. Yep. God, taking it all the way. That was number 22. And that was Scott, who just did not waste any time. She just was barreling down. And that'll be her first, team second. And it looks like, oh, no.
Looks like Chin fell back and hit her head. So
we're going to.
I'll tell you, another player yesterday, kind of an unsung hero for Cincinnati State, and Rondell and I talked about it a few times, was Hannah Stevenson. She not so much her scoring, because I believe she didn't have many points at all. She had she had 6 points, but she had like 6 steals defensively. She was just unbelievable on the defensive end for Cincinnati State, and came up with numerous ball deflections out of bounds and steals. So Hannah Stevenson, one of those players yesterday that kind of carried them to that big win. And it looks like Chin's going to be okay.
Looks a little, just maybe she's got a headache or a little woozy, but hopefully she'll be okay. So again, we really, Tom, before we close out of this today, and if we don't say anything, we got to really thank Nick Nove and Tom Hathaway for all the help and everything that they've done this year. They've really tremendously made our broadcast a lot better by supplying us with a lot of information and then putting us up high, too. That really seems to add to the broadcast. We appreciate everything they've done.
Yeah, they do a good job. It's so nice and organized here now. They've got it completely under control, and Nick's kind of the do-it-all man now, and he
absolutely
does a very good job.
So appreciate Nick and Tom. Back to action here, Cincinnati up 8-4. Kenzie Brandt gives it over to Stevenson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to, that's Phillips, I'm sorry. And they've got 5 seconds. They're going to have to hurry up and have something happen. Stevenson fires up a shot, got it blocked. And coming down the other way is Scott, who picked up that foul earlier. And she goes to the basket, and she's going to be fouled by Haley Phillips. That'll be her first.
Check that zipper part of your suitcase. I thought I put your pen in there. No, the front, the mesh part inside.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or sitting up here sharing a pen.
Now we don't have to. So it looks like she missed her first free throw. Free throw on the way. Scott, no good. So she missed both free throws. That's not good. Quickly outlet it to Stevenson. Tom, that'll be a factor, too, is free throw shooting down the
question.
line. It always is around this time. Give it over to Kenzie Brandt, to Stevenson. Haley Phillips now has it on a wing. Get it into Cameron Vaughn. Swings it out now to Kenzie Brandt. Shot in and out, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Owens, and it was number 1, and that was Unique Mitchell. Give it to Bezu, had it, but there's going to be a foul. It's going to be on 11. That's going to be on Stevenson. That'll be her first. Brandy Hedgeson's going to check into the ball game.
Well, Brandy did a good job yesterday, too. She hit a huge three. But the sophomore Haley Phillips is the one that hit the game winner.
Nice steal by Kenzie Brandt. She's got it all the way. She's going to take it all the way to the basket. She missed the layup. But getting the rebound and put in, she missed the shot too, was Brandy Hedges. So back-to-back, easy little bunny. Cincinnati can't put it in. And almost could have been a walk, but they didn't call it. Scott has the basketball now. Goes in the lane, gets it
nice
down
pass.
low. Nice pass inside, puts it up and in, is number 0, and that is Bond.
A great pass by Karen Scott on the inside, got double teamed and was able to do the wraparound pass. Ball down low to Ash, and she
puts it up and in.
Good job right there. Hannah Stevenson, real nice pass on the inside.
We're at 15:03 to go in this ball game. Cincinnati up 10-6. Cincinnati looks like they're in a 2-3 zone now. Get it on the wing to Mitchell, to Bezu. Bezu swings it over to Heacock. She fires up a shot. No good. And going over the back is number 1, and that's Mitchell. That's going to be number 2 on her. Checking in for the first time will be Brianna House. Again, the winner of this will advance to the national tournament. And I'm not real sure where that is at this year, Tom.
It's East Peoria. I know that. I can't remember. I don't know if it's Kishwaukee maybe is the home team. I don't know that for sure, but it's East Peoria, Illinois.
Three-pointer by Hedges.
Yeah.
How about that?
Oh, yeah, Brandy.
And just like you saw Owens last night with the men,
yeah,
it's just the reverse here. The women are coming out with determination here.
I'll tell you what, they are fired up right now, and you know, you could already see a little bit of frustration on Owens' face. And you know, the one thing we've seen Owens take a couple three-pointers here, and that typically hasn't been one of their strong suits. In the 2 previous games against Cincinnati State, they were in the 20% range in three-point shooting. So I don't think that's where they want to go. But with the loss of Ricketts, that's something they may have to do in order to stay in this game.
Against Cincinnati up here, 13-6. And again, this winner will advance to the national. This is the district championship here in the OCCAC. And these two teams are familiar with each other. They have split during the regular season, and the last win was by Owens, and that was on just February 15th. They won 82-65. And Cincinnati, you know, they've lost 2 of their last 4, so a little bit of a struggle for them. But they ended up winning their last 2, and they won an exciting one just yesterday, Tom, 80-75 that you covered.
And just win them when they count.
Oh, three-pointer!
And as I say that, they throw down a 3.
Brianna House.
Wow.
And they're putting on some pressure, and Kinsey Brandt breaks it early. Oh, she passed it a little too late there, trying to get it down to Cameron Vaughn. So it's a turnover for Cincinnati. And they got the ball inside, but not a very good pass. And Hannah Stevenson now has the basketball. Stevenson bring it up. Gets it over to Ash. She's going to drive all the way and got her shot blocked. They called a foul, Tom. I think she got all ball now.
I think she was pushing her down low because he went like this when he called it. I think she was pushing the lower back.
Well, you know what I'll have to say? I know we'll see how the game goes, and usually early on we rip the officials pretty hard. And there hasn't been a call right now that we've questioned, you know what I mean? And usually we question it pretty quickly.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dan, I stayed and watched that game last night between Lakeland and Cuyahoga, and I know now that I can officiate at this level because they were absolutely ridiculous last night. Probably about, I would say, close to 60 fouls called in that game. It was ridiculous.
15-9, Cincinnati up. Oh, driving to the basket. She really had nowhere to go with that.
No,
and there's going to be a steal by Hannah Stevenson. Stevenson's going to take it all the way and spins, gets it into Ash. She got it knocked out of her hand, and they quickly throw it down to Bond. Bond's going to take it all the way down. Throws up a shot. No good. And Hannah Stevenson comes down the other end.
Good hustle by
Stevenson.
Good
hustle by Stevenson. And they swing it over now to Brendy Henshins. Henshins over to Kinsey Brandt. 13:06, Cincinnati up here 15-9. Get it over to Hannah Stevenson. Over to Henshins now. They got 6. Hannah Stevenson's going to fire up a three-point shot.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't think that they were set up in her offense, and she had to hurry up and shoot one. Bond's going to take it all the way. She pushed off. Yep.
And that's going to be 2, Dan.
That's 2 on her and 2 on Mitchell, and Mitchell's getting ready to check back into the ballgame.
Yeah, you got 2 fouls on Uniqua Mitchell and Jordan Bond, both your starters. That is not good with 12:46 to go in the first half. And he has a limited bench, too, and I'll tell you what, that is huge right there.
That's very big. So Cincinnati needs to get the ball in. We see McDougall getting in for the first time. And she tried to save it, and it's going to be a turnover, and Heacock fires up a shot good.
Nice shot by Heacock.
And that's not what they want. Turnover there. Get it to McDougall now.
Oh,
Dude,
nice
pass into Hitchens, driving to the basket up and in. Great pass by McDougal.
That had some steam on it. That was perfect.
Absolutely. 17-11 our score. Cincinnati up here on Owens.
Brandy Henchen with 5 early points for Cincinnati State.
And they get the ball into Smith. Smith spins, throws up a shot, no good. And it's rebounded by Scott. Scott's shot, was that rejected or missed? I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see it either, Dan.
Oh, and McDougal throws a bad pass there. And coming down quickly is going to be Owens. And there's going to be a foul called on McDougal as Brianna House goes to the basket and she gets fouled. It's like Samantha Paratori set the check in for Cincinnati.
So Owens will, we got House at the free throw line. Only the 3rd free throw of the day.
Free throw good. Looks like we got some substitutions in. We got Paratori. We also got Phillips into the ball game for Cincinnati. I'm checking to see if I can see Cameron Vaughn down there if she's doing okay, and I don't see her on the bench.
No, Chin. She's sitting
Chin,
there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's
there she is. Okay. So makes both free throws, and it's a 4-point ball game, 17-13. Haley Phillips has the basketball. Nice defense by Owens to cut her off on the baseline. Stevenson has it. And Stevenson goes off to her right. Looks inside to Paratori. Paratori turns around, throws up a shot, in and out, no good. And Tom, I think she was kind of surprised because she had it on the opposite side. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Air ball.
That's what you want.
And that was by Mitchell.
Yeah, I tell you what, I want to talk Haley Phillips yesterday, the sophomore, the one returning player coming back for Coach Beeler this year. And she hit the big 3 yesterday with less than a minute to go. And I give her so much credit because she doesn't start, and she didn't shy away from that shot at all, as huge as that was, and she drained it. And I'll tell you what, she was smiling 2 hours later still.
That's awesome. Putting it in, they give it into Paratori. She turns around, got her shot rejected by number 25, Maisha Smith. And it looks like Kenzie Brandt's going to check back into the ballgame. McDougal's going to come out. And I think that's going to be another key thing, too, Tom, is keeping everybody fresh. Kenzie obviously always plays a significant amount of minutes to get her to sit down for a little bit, just to give her a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, that's always key, especially when the other team, the team you're playing, kind of has a limited bench. You definitely want to keep everybody fresh because it just wears them down even more.
Since they've taken them out of bounds, they've got 10 on the shot clock, Tom. Get it into Phillips. Phillips gets it over Stevenson. Stevenson, they only got 5 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock.
Oh, look.
She's going to fire it up, and she got it rejected. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Got to recognize that, Tommy.
Yeah, it's too hard. It's too hard and too late when you look up and there's 2 seconds left. You just can't survive like that. There's got to be at least one player on the floor that's quarterbacking, so to speak, and let everybody know what's going on with the clock.
Regina Young now into the ball game for Cincinnati, taking out Paratori. Cincinnati up here 17-13, 10:48 to go in this first half. Dan Albers, Tom Manassi, Ron McMillan here on Anderson Community Television, USBN Sports. And there's going to be a foul on Regina Young as Karen Scott went to the basket, so Regina will pick up her first foul.
Cincinnati State playing that 1-2-2 type zone that they played yesterday and was so effective in that comeback that they had. And Dan, they were a little worried yesterday when it was, at one point it was 15-2 to start the game. Cincinnati State was down. And all of a sudden things started clicking a little bit, and then they kind of took over from there.
It's like Ebony Adams is going to check in for the first time for Owens.
So Karen Scott, her first point of the day, and she's 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Free throw on the way is no good, and Regina Young, she's walked, she can't get up.
Yeah. And for Owens, you had Karen Scott, or you had Mackenzie Heacock, actually, was voted to the OCCAC first team.
That's pretty
this
impressive.
year. Karen Scott was second team. Jordan Bond and Danielle Bezu were honorable mention.
That's pretty impressive when you get that many girls on the team. In the corner, three-pointer on the way, no good.
All right.
Rebounded by Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn's going to give it up now to Stevenson. Stevenson coming down. We got 10 night. We're just getting ready to go under 10 minutes. And Brandt's going to drive baseline, and she's going to get down low. And Vaughn's shot is no good. And they're going to quickly give it up to Peacock. Nice pass inside, and there's going to be a charge. How about that? Wow. And that was Haley Phillips doing a great job.
And that's one of those calls, Dan, it's so tough to make that call. And that's one call that I give them a little leeway on, because those things,
they are difficult to call.
I would say 90% of the time it could go either way.
The only ones I don't like is we were trying to figure out the other day is that little half circle and not understanding exactly what the rule is. We always thought that if they're in there, it's not a charge.
You don't make the call.
So good defense there by Haley Phillips, and Stevenson coming down the other way. Good defense there by Adams on Stevenson, and she went to, just as I said that, she goes right past her, and Stevenson goes to the basket, and I believe she'll be on the line to shoot too. So one foul on Ebony Adams.
I think, they called that on
did they call
House.
Did it really? So that's two on her.
Second. So they have three players with two fouls for Owens. House, Mitchell, and Bond all with two.
Stevenson will be on the line. Free throw, good. And looks like Desiree Ash back in the game. Chen back into the ballgame. That's a good sign.
Yeah, that is a good sign.
Heacock's going to come right back into the ballgame.
And Stevenson's got that hand. She had that hand wrapped again yesterday. That one, I don't know what game it was, but she got mad, took the wrap off, played the rest of the game without it. It's back now.
Stevenson for her second free throw. Good. That's big. Hits two free throws. Cincinnati up 5 at 19-14. And again, this winner will go to the national tournament. And as Tom said, East Peoria. How about Stevenson with the steal? Going to take it all the way up. Lays it up and in.
All right.
Good job by Hannah Stevenson. And Cincinnati up 21-14.
I'll tell you what, she is the defensive player of this tournament so far, in my opinion.
And they get it in. Not a good pass. Good defense by Chen. And it's going to be Kinsey Brandt coming down the other way now. Quickly throws a pass inside to Ash and back out. And Kinsey Brandt's going to run it down. Brandt's going to give it up now to Stevenson. 9:17 to go. Cincinnati up here 21-14. Kinsey Brandt's going to take it all the way, lay it up and in. How about that?
They did a great job of spreading that defense out, pulling them up towards the free throw line. And once Kinsey got by her man, it was nothing but daylight.
23-14, 8:58 to go in this first half. Three-pointer on the way, no good, and it's going to be saved by Owens. Heacock fires up a three-point shot. No good, rebounded by Kinsey Brandt. Brandt quickly coming down the other way. Going to bring it back out, back to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to drive in. She got it knocked out of her hand. Ball's on the ground, and Bezu's going to quickly come down for Owens. Oh, and there's going to be a foul on Stevenson. That was a silly foul on Stevenson. That'll be her second.
That's a frustration foul right there. And you got to keep your emotions in check in tournament time, and you can't afford to be sitting on the bench when you're playing as well as she has been playing.
It's like McDougal checks in for Cincinnati, and checking back in for Owens will be Bond. Cincinnati up here 23-14. And Heacock trying to get the ball in. She's going to have to call a timeout.
Wow,
good defense.
Good D by Cincinnati State, and it gives us a chance. We talked about Owens. For Cincinnati State, you had obviously Cameron Vaughn, the player of the year. You have Kinsey Brandt on the All-League second team. Samantha Parator on the All-League honorable mention. So pretty good star power on the court right now between these two teams. And I still say, in my opinion, no offense to Kim Rank of Edison, but I am shocked that Coach Beeler was not the coach of the year.
I was stunned by that too. I was very stunned by that.
With only one returning player and being hired late in the recruiting season and put together a team that she's put together and have played the way they've played, I am completely shocked.
I was very stunned by that. She obviously, in our book, she should be the coach of the year. So Cincinnati up 23-14. Owens gets it, fires up a three-point shot. Good. How about that?
Three-pointer.
23-17. Kenzie Brandt bringing the ball up the court. Brandt goes off to the right. She's going to take it all the way to the basket. She got hammered from behind. No call. And quickly coming down is going to be Heacock. And she just barreled in. That's going to be a charge.
Yep.
Yep. And that's going to be on Heacock, and that'll be her first.
And that's the third charge call against Owens right now. And, you know, the one thing that it makes it easier to make the charge call when the offensive player is kind of out of control.
Right.
And it makes it easier to give that defense a little more credit.
The Owens fans not liking that call at all.
No, they did not like that call.
Kenzie Brandt calling out her play, setting up the offense for Cincinnati. Swing it over now to Haley Phillips. Phillips back to Ash. Ash gets it to Paratori. Baseline shot. Paratori no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Owens. And there's going to be a silly foul on Paratori as she reached in.
Hey, you can't afford those fouls on the other end of the court like that. You just need to get back on D. Because in the end, if it comes down to late in the game, you can't be sitting on a bench in foul trouble.
Cameron Vaughn going to check back in for Cincinnati. Paratori had a short stint there. She will come out. So on the line will be number 25, Maisha Smith. Free throw good.
Smith yesterday in the semifinals ended up with 6 points and 11 rebounds.
Makes both free throws. That cuts it down to 23-19. Cincinnati still up. 7:47 to go in this first half. Kenzie Brandt has it up high. Over to McDougal. McDougal gets it inside now to Cameron Vaughn. Squares with the basket, spins, turns, so of a shot. She got fouled.
Good job by Cameron Vaughn.
I'm sorry. Did I say Cameron Vaughn?
I think so.
It's going to be on 25. That'll be on Maisha Smith. That'll be her first. So they're picking up fouls like crazy here, Tom.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you go in there with a couple people with 3 fouls at halftime, you're in trouble in the second half against a team as athletic as Cincinnati State. And that's Cameron Vaughn's first point of the day.
Phillips going to check out of the ball game, and Brandy Henshaw, who had a big three-pointer earlier, is back in.
Nice.
And makes another one. So free throws again are going to be key in this ball game. Both these teams very good offensively, but it could come down to free throws. Cincinnati going to be in that man-to-man. Get it, nice spin move, and puts it up and in. That was a great move by Smith. She puts it up and in, and it's now a 4-point ball game at 25-21. Tom, I think this one's going to go down to the very end.
Yeah, I just don't see one team or another pulling away by any huge amount. Good help D.
It's going to be a walk.
Good help defense right there by Maisha Cannon. No, I'm sorry, Maisha Smith came over and helped out Bond down low, and Cameron Vaughn had trapped, nowhere to go.
And that's playing each other, knowing she's got that spin move, knowing pretty much what she does when she gets the ball. And now key for Cameron Vaughn is to get the ball back out again.
Yep.
Cincinnati goes back into a zone now. It's going to be a kick ball.
I think that's one of the things, and you see it at every level, is a lot of times when you get late in the year like this and you're playing teams for the third and fourth time, you get some ugly-looking games because they know each other so well that there's no surprises left. And I think that's why some of the games are just low-scoring and very close the whole way through, and I think that's what we're going to get here.
It looks like Coach Beeler calls a timeout. Timeout with 25-21, Cincinnati up.
Well, yesterday, semifinals for Cincinnati State, Desiree Ash and Kenzie Brandt each paired up 17 points apiece in that ball game, and Cameron Vaughn followed with 16, Brandy Henshins with 10, Haley Phillips with 8, and that included the huge game-winning three-point shot with, I think it was around 30 seconds to go. I'm not positive on that. And then Desiree Ash hit a layup with 5 seconds to go to make it a 5-point spread. And I'll tell you what, man, like I said, Haley Phillips, man, she's been around for 2 years, and And for her to step in and take that shot with no hesitation, I thought was huge. And she had drained one earlier in the game, too, to give her a little confidence. But a lot of people pass up that shot, Dan.
Yeah. So that was very big for them to go on and beat Edison and play here on their home court. And it's really impressive for Owens. If you think about it, both the men and the women are both in the finals here of the tournament. And that is a very impressive thing for both teams.
Yeah, the Owens Express men's team just played a phenomenal game against Cincinnati State last night, and Cincinnati State just didn't have enough answers.
Heacock with a three-pointer. It is no good. Cameron Vaughn with the rebound. Gets it out now to Kinsey Brandt.
So Heacock right now for Owens is 1 of 6 from the field.
Henshin's three-pointer is no good and tipped up and around, and it's going to be controlled by Bezu. Bezu's going to give it up. And it's like Smith trying to get all the way to the basket. She loses control of it. Gives it back. Three-pointer on the way. It is no good. And
got the rebound.
Rebound is Bond. She's going to take it all the way up. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kinsey Brandt. McDougal, nice pass to Brandt, but Henshin goes through her hands as she steps out of bounds to try to save it. Stevenson will probably go in for McDougal.
That's 7 turnovers for Cincinnati State so far. That's a pretty high number with 6 minutes left in the first half for them.
25-21, getting ready to go under 6 minutes to go here in this first half. Dan Albers, Tom Manassi, Ronald McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports.
Good job.
Nice steal by Stevenson. Kenzie Brandt looks like she's going to take it all the way. Oh, and she gave it back up. She had it all the way, Tom. And nice fake by Ash. She throws up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Smith. So Kinsey Brandt probably should have taken it all the way to the basket.
Yeah, there's a point where you can be too unselfish, and that was one of those.
Fires up a shot, and there's going to be a foul, yep. As Smith takes a nice shot, and a foul is going to be on number
32, Ash.
Desiree Ash. That'll be her first. No real foul trouble except for Hannah Stevenson does she have 2?
Yes. Yeah, she's the only player for Cincinnati State with 2 fouls, and Owens has 3 players with 2.
Free throw's no good. Checking back into the ballgame will be number 11, Ebony Adams. Bezu comes out. Free throw, no good, so she misses both free throws.
Brandt brings down her 4th rebound.
Kenzie Brandt has it, calling the offense now. And there's going to be a screen called by Cameron Vaughn.
Wow, and that's 2 on Cameron Vaughn. And that's just one of those players that you can't afford to lose for an extended period of time. She gets too many rebounds and too many stickbacks to be sitting on the bench. And right now, if you're Owens, I think you're pretty happy with where the game stands with 5 minutes left in the first half.
Again, Cincinnati's going to be a net zone defense. Get it out, baseline shot, no good by Bond, and it's going to be rebounded by Adams. Heacock now has it. Drives all the way in. And
you know what? She didn't stand her ground, I think, and that's why. She kind of started falling backwards too early, and that created the block call instead of the charge, and that's going to be 2 on Desiree Ash.
So now they got 2 on Stevenson, 2 on Vaughn, and 2 on Ash. So both teams have 3 players with foul trouble. In and out, no good. They've missed their last 3 free throws.
Heacock is struggling right now. She's 1 of 6 from the field, only 2 points. So Owens definitely is going to have her play much better in the second half.
Free throw good. Makes 1 free throw, and it's a 3-point ball game here at 25-22, under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Kenzie Brandt gives it up now to Stevenson. Stevenson over to Chen.
You got to be strong with the ball right here.
Chen's going to give it back now. They got 12 on a shot clock, Tom. They're going to have something happen quickly. Stevenson behind her back, going to drive all the way in. Goes up on her, got her shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul.
That's going to be 3 on Jordan Bond.
She's going to have to sit down for a little bit, I would imagine, with 4:38 to go.
And a great move by Stevenson. I thought she was going to pick up her dribble earlier in the lane, she did a little head fake, took an extra dribble, and ended up getting into the basket.
Stevenson will be on the line. Free throw,
Nice.
good. It's like Tusut Bezu and also Smith checking in for Cincinnati, or for Owens. Tom, this is very impressive too. Cincinnati trying to attempt to win their 3rd straight district title. That is impressive.
No doubt about it, especially when you got a team like Edison and it's been Edison and Owens consistently over the last few years, one or the other with Cincinnati State, and they just battle back and forth all the time. And yeah, that is a huge statement right there to be 3 in a row.
Bezu's going to take it all the way down, kick it back to Heacock. Heacock has it. She's going to fire up a 3-point shot.
Yeah,
there she goes.
There it is.
And Heacock hits a 3-pointer, and that's a 2-point ball game here at 27-25. Listen to the Owens crowd, Tom. Trying to get their team into it. And that's going to be Chen with the basketball. Chen walked with the basketball, no call. Stevenson fires an off-balance shot. Not a good shot, Tom. And there's Heacock running the court all the way down. She's going to take it all the way up. Lay it up. She missed the layup.
Oh.
And it goes out of bounds. It'll go to Cincinnati.
You know what that was, Dan? She was waiting for contact.
Yep.
I'm telling you, more and more you're seeing people going in for layups, and they're waiting to get fouled and then try to make the great play instead of just going up and making the layup. And it happened like 3 or 4 times in the men's game last night. Cuyahoga guards would have breakaways, and they'd slow down with the shot blocker behind them thinking they're going to get fouled, and then they'd miss the shot.
Yeah, so, well, what do we got? An offensive foul on Cincinnati?
I don't know. No.
21.
It's on Heacock. So that's 2 on Mackenzie.
And they're
Heacock.
getting some big-time foul trouble.
Well, yesterday you had, in the semifinals, you had Bond with 19 points. She has 4. Mitchell had 16. She's got 5. Heacock had 19.
Wow.
And she's got 6. So some big-time scores right now, and they're not putting up the points for Owens so far. So you don't want them to get hot in the second half, that's for sure.
Brianna House checks in, and Chen missed her first free throw. Chen, free throw, no good, so she misses both. She struggled this year on the free throw line. Quickly getting it down now is
Karen Scott.
Oh, and they're going to call a foul on a reach-in. I believe that's going to be on Alexis Chen. Yep, it'll be on Chen. That'll be her first.
Who did they call it on?
I thought they called it on Chen, didn't they?
Okay.
So on the line will be number 22, Karen Scott.
And Karen Scott with only 1 point. Like I said, she had 15 yesterday in the semifinals along with 9 rebounds.
Free throw good. Pretty impressed with the crowd here from Owens, Tom.
Very vocal. I kind of figured there'd be more Owens fans here today, given the fact that both teams are in the finals.
Free throw good. That ties the game up here at 27, just like we anticipated, Tom. It'd be a close game. Certainly is, with 3:30 to go in this first half. Get it to Chen, get it into Paratori. She spins, turns off the glass, no good. She just cannot buy it, Tom. Quickly got to give it up now to Scott. Goes through her hands, out of bounds. She saves it, but here's Kinsey Brandt. Brandt coming down the other way, gives it to Chen. Chen's going to take it. It's going to be a charge.
Yep, you can see it coming. Can see it coming. And Misha Smith actually turned her shoulder at the end to try and kind of get out of the way, but Chen's got to know she's got to pull up right there instead of trying to take it over.
Getting ready to go under 3 minutes to go, and we're all tied up here at 27.
Middle, yep.
I
don't know about
put her
that
hands
foul.
up in the air.
Who are they calling it on? No, that's a
on
bad call. I'm sorry. That's 3 on Chen, but she had her hand straight up in the air on that.
And that's a foul that they always seem to call, and the defensive player's not really doing anything but putting their hands up in the air. They go into them, and it should be a foul on.
Going back with Cameron Vaughn.
Free throw good.
Wow.
So they've got the lead here, 28-27. First lead of the game, I believe.
Kind of surprised that she's bringing Vaughn back in with 2 fouls.
I am too. Free throw, no good. Rebounded by Paratori.
Oh. That was close. That was close. That one may have gone off Samantha's head right there.
Coach Lanis, just seen his face on that one. Had it wide-eyed open looking at the official. I'll give it to Paratori. Paratori has it, gets it into Cameron Vaughn. Spins it out to Stevenson. 2:40 to go in this first half since they trailing by 1 point.
Unbelievable.
Goes off of Phillips out of bounds. And Brandy Hedson's going to check into the ball game.
Cincinnati State right now kind of in a little bit of a lull period here. They got to get back in the groove.
Get the ball inside.
Wow,
nice
too
pass.
Easy. She missed it.
Putting it up. Shot was no good. Fighting for it is going to be
Wow.
Stevenson. So they missed a couple of shots, did Owens. Stevenson's going to give it up to Henson. Henson's running the court. Spins, turns, throws a shot. Good. No, they said she walked.
So 2:18 to go. We got a 1 point lead by Owens. And they kind of got the momentum on their side right now. Cincinnati State.
Oh,
Wow.
almost a steal by Stevenson.
Oh,
Stepping back and
shot.
shooting a three-pointer,
That's a
and that
tough
wasn't good.
shot.
That wasn't a good shot by Mitchell. And we're under 2 minutes, and Kenzie Brandt's going to take it all the way in. It goes off her legs out of bounds.
goodness. Goodness. Passing up too many opportunities right now.
1:56 to go, 28-27 Owens. Since they has not scored in a while, Tom, they were up, I think, 27-23, and they haven't really put anything or come close to making a basket here. 18 on a shot clock, 1:44 to go. She falls on the ground.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, it's not a foul.
It's got to be a jump ball. Possession's going to go to Cincinnati.
Yeah, she fell on her own there. There was no defender on her when she fell. So good no call right there. So Cincinnati State right now needs to get back into that offensive groove. Get it to the wide open person.
28-27, 1:38 to go in this first half. Hannah Stevenson bringing the ball up for Cincinnati. And the crowd for Owens trying to get their team in, and almost a bad pass. And Hannah Stevenson has the basketball. She might have walked very close to it. Mackenzie Brandt's going to drive in, up, under. She got fouled, no call. And Cameron Vaughn's shot was no good either. So 2 attempts at a basket again, and they're sitting there struggling, Tommy, here to score down the end of the half. Owens finally took their first lead here at 28-27. There's going to be a foul on Hannah Stevenson.
That's
that far away from the basket.
well, we were worried about Owens being in foul trouble. Cincinnati State is right there with them. You got Alexis Chin and Hannah Stevenson, 2 starters with 3 fouls. Not a good situation right now.
She's got blood, does. Kenzie Brandt has blood on her knee, I believe, and so she's going to have to give her the opportunity to wrap that up.
Kenzie's one of those type of players that she wouldn't care what was on the sideline. She'd throw some duct tape on it if she had to
absolutely.
get back out there.
So she gets it on her knee, and she's ready to go. Trying to bend, I think, losing that tape.
Stretch out the tape a little bit.
Free thrown away, good.
So that's now 5 points for Misha Smith. 4 rebounds to go with it.
Free throw good. Makes both of them. Checking back into the ballgame will be number 11, Ebony Adams.
So 13 for 19 so far from the free throw line is Owens. So they're getting there quite often in the first half.
McDougal has it down on the baseline. Oh, not a very good pass. There's going to be a turnover again. Taking all the way to the house. It's going to be number 25. Is no good. And, yep, Henson tried to get the rebound. They're going to call a foul. Are they calling it on Cincinnati?
No, I think Henson got fouled.
Oh, I was going to say, my goodness.
Yeah, that's going to be on Bezu.
And they'll only be her first. She's going down the other line and shoot some free throws. 44 seconds to go in this first half. Cincinnati trailing 30-27.
So Cincinnati State right now 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Not getting there quite as often as Owens, but taking advantage of them.
A free throw, no good.
And I will shut up now.
Free throw, no good. Missed two free throws.
Oh, no.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That's 3 on Cameron Vaughn.
I'm sorry about that one. You can't call that one. Girls are going both for the ball.
Well, I tell you what, they are in trouble right now.
So going down the other line will be
Karen Scott will be at the line. She is, 4 for 8 from the free throw line.
Free throw good. They've got their biggest lead of the game at 31-27.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing it right now. They're doing it at the free throw line. That's 14 points from the free throw line alone in the first half.
Free throw good, so she makes both of them. Got a 5-point lead here, Tom. They were down 27-23, and they have just now went up 32-27. Kenzie Brandt has it. Good defense by Owens so far, Tommy. Henchins with a three-pointer, no good. Fighting for it is going to be Young, and possession's going to go to Owens. 25 seconds to go in this first half. Cincinnati trailing now 32-27.
Well, Owens hanging in there right now, and they've had Heacock on the bench for a while, and she's one of their more consistent players, so they're getting away with it right now, and Cincinnati State not taking advantage of it.
Stepping back for a three-pointer. How about that?
Great shot by Uniqua Mitchell right there.
And Haley Phillips has the basketball.
There you
gives
go.
it back to Henchins. Fires up a three-point shot.
Yes, sir.
That was huge.
Good job by Haley Phillips right there to see Henson wide open. Good, very good job to end the half on a three. That is huge right there.
That was very big. So Cincinnati struggled till the end until they made that three-pointer, showing 35-30. And Tom, they're just going to have to try to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, right now, no question, foul trouble is going to be the story in the second half. Who can stay out of it? Right now, Cincinnati State's in deeper trouble than Owens.
All right, so Tom and I will group ourselves. We'll be back with second half action right after this. Tom, it's there's no more to the season here. It's do or die. I mean, you got to win this game and advance. And Cincinnati Net right now is trailing 35-30, and Cincinnati State just now coming out of the locker room, and they just really need to have Kenzie Brandt and some of these others just step it up.
Yeah, no question about it. Like you said, there is no tomorrow this time, so you know they've got to kind of take control. They came out like gangbusters and had let Owens back in the game, and Cincinnati State in some serious foul trouble. So they're going to have to play not only a good offensive half, but they're going to have to play very smart on defense and not pick up any silly fouls. They're going to need those fouls down the stretch, and you can't have Cameron Vaughn and Hannah Stevenson and Ash sitting on the bench for extended periods of time in a championship ball game. So first half, Owens overall shot 8 of 30 from the field, so they did not shoot the ball well, and yet they have a 5-point lead. They 4 for 12 from three-point land, 15 for 22 from the free throw line, so already 22 free throws taken by Owens. That's not a good sign.
No, it's really not, and we've always said it. Free throw shooting is, people don't realize how big a part of the game is, and it always comes down to making free throws. And right now, that is a big difference in the game.
Yeah, for Cincinnati State, they're 9 of 29 from the field, 4 of 10 3-point, and 8 of 12 from the free throw line. So right there you have a 7-point swing in just free throw shooting alone with a 5-point lead. You know, that tells the difference right there. So leading the way for Owens was, I believe it was Uniqua Mitchell with 8, and then Scott, Smith, and Heacock all with 6. So very balanced there for Cincinnati State. You had Kinsey Brandt and Brandy Henson each with 8, followed by Stevenson with 6. So you got to look for Cincinnati State to pick up that emotional edge back that they had early in the game.
And they really had an opportunity, not to bury him, but an opportunity to spread it a little bit.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't do it. So Cincinnati Tron here, 35-30, just started the second half. Ash going to drive to the basket. She's going to throw up a shot, no good. Cameron Vaughn gets it. And she is double teamed, getting nowhere to go. She's going to have to call a timeout.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Well, she had nowhere to go.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
so, I mean, you have to, I mean,
yeah, you're right.
Bad and good. I mean, you're calling it this early, but also it would have been a turnover, you know, and you don't want to start off the half that way.
Right. You want a good possession on that first possession. So good job by Cameron Vaughn. Starts the half with an offensive rebound, which is what she's known for. Led the country in offensive rebounding and total rebounds. 412 total rebounds, was 10 better than the closest one, and that's pretty impressive to lead the country in anything.
Absolutely.
Period. Except for turnovers.
And losses. And Stevenson's going to get it in to Chen. Chen's going to drive all the way to the basket, throws up a shot, no good. Vaughn's fighting for it and gets it. Stevenson has the basketball. Drives, kicks it out. They're going to call a foul on Bazu. Wow. Going to be number 1 on her, or number 2 on her.
Bazu.
So they're taking the ball out of bounds. They got no movement. Get it over to Ash. Ash fires up a shot. No good. And Chen with the rebound.
Good job by Chen right there.
Stevenson's going to take it all the way in. Off the glass, up and in. Good job by Stevenson. And Cincinnati kind of starts the way they did that first half, Tom. They get on the board first.
Right, and you know what? If you show you can penetrate, then that's going to open up the outside for Brandt and Henson.
And they're going to put a basket in right away by Scott. So 37-32, 8:59 to go. Nice. And there's Vaughn that's going to put it in. And girl might have
flopped.
Yeah,
she flopped on that one.
37-34. Bazu kicks it out to Scott. Scott has basketball, crosses over, baseline shot, throws up a shot, no good. And Ash going to run out and rebound.
Nice help right there by Stevenson.
Gives it up to Chen. Chen has the basketball up, under, shot, no good, gets her own rebound, puts it up, and there's going to be a foul.
Goodness
wow.
Gracious. I didn't see who they called that one on.
I didn't see who it was.
That'll be on number 1, Uniqua Mitchell.
That'll be 3 on her. So they're picking up some foul trouble.
I'm not sure that was a foul, but
I didn't think so either.
We'll take it. Chen's just got to take her time here, struggling at the free throw line.
Ooh, good.
All right.
Good. We'll take it.
It's 3 points now for Chen, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, but she's come out with 2 early offensive rebounds here for Cincinnati State.
Free throw on the way. No good. That didn't look good at all. So Owens coming down the other way. It's going to be Bazu. She gets down in the corner to Heacock. She's going to fire up a 3-point shot. Good. Wow. Brings it back up to a 5-point lead. Get it into Chen. Throws up a shot. How about that?
Chen being very aggressive here early in the second half.
40-37, 7:55 to go.
Don't pick up a 4th foul there, Hannah.
Oh, wow.
She traveled, I thought, before the... That's going to be 4 on Alexis Chen.
I thought she traveled first before she did that. And Chin's going to have to come out of the ball game.
Watch the middle.
17:50. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by Chin. Chin bringing the ball down the court, gives it up to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to drive all the way and gets it to Chin. Chin drives.
Oh,
spins,
she had her. She would have kept going.
Shot no good, and it's going to be rebounded. They got numbers big time. Look at that. Heacock wide open. Just going to take it in for a layup, up and in.
Chin had to realize that she had her man beat. She shouldn't have stopped and done the turnaround. She had to drive going down the left side of the basket.
And Cincinnati trailing here 42-37. Get it into Chin. Shot no good, and it's going to be rebounded by
good job by Kenzie
Brandt. Brandt gives it back, swing it around to Stevenson. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. Good! How about that? Big three-pointer by Stevenson, and that's making it a 2-point ball game at 42-40. And that was all because of Kenzie Brandt.
Yeah, you know what? She's going to have to prove that she can make those shots down the stretch. That's going that way, isn't it? Oh, thought that went off Karen Scott's hand right there.
Chin's going to come out. Henson's going to go in. 42-40. It's going to come down to the very end.
Got to watch down underneath here, the wraparound.
And they do get the ball in. They got 20 on the shot clock. 42-40. Owens up on Cincinnati State. And driving all the way in. Shot was no good. And it goes out of bounds. It'll go off of Owens. And that was Mitchell driving to the basket. So Cincinnati has an opportunity here to tie the ball game up at 42.
And after that last three-point shot, you got to think that Stevenson's got to look a little bit more to scoring right now.
Absolutely.
Instead of the assist part of it, because she's a dangerous weapon out there.
Absolutely, and along with Kenzie Brandt, too, as well. Get it up high to Cameron Vaughn, over to Henshins. Henshins tried to throw the ball inside to Vaughn and just went out of the reach of her hands, out of bounds, but pretty good ball movement, though, Tom.
Yeah, good idea right there. Chin kind of slowed up. Didn't think she was going to get the ball, and the pass was just, a couple inches out of reach.
And since they put on some pressure here, Tom, full court pressure, they had no problem beating it as Bezu gets it into Scott, up and in. I don't know if I do that, Tom. They look pretty comfortable beating that.
Yeah, Karen Scott now with 4 second-half points.
So we're going to have, timeout?
Wow. Not happy with the press, I guess. Maybe she's going to take that off. Kind of surprised by that timeout a little bit.
So they do call a timeout, 44-40, since they stay trailing to Owens.
Well, Karen Scott and Heacock have come out big in the second half. Heacock with 5 already and Karen Scott with 4. So they were relatively quiet in the first half with, 6 each. And yesterday they were 19 and 15 in the scoring column. So Owens is definitely looking at them to pick up a lot of the scoring for the second half.
So the winner of this obviously advances to the national tournament. And Cincinnati comes in as the 2 seed. Owens comes in as the 1 seed. They both had pretty similar records. Cincinnati comes in at 25-6, 9-3 in the conference. Owens 24-7 and 10-2 in the conference. So these teams split during the regular season, and now this is game number 3.
Yeah, this is a battle, and Owens, you got to give them credit. This is only their second game playing without Emma Jean Ricketts, and I thought that yesterday they started out a little slow, but then they took care of Sinclair fairly easily after that. But now your championship game against the Cincinnati State team that you split with. And I think they're doing a very good job.
Absolutely. McDougal now into the ball game for Cincinnati, trying to set up her offense. McDougal off to her left, gets it inside now to Ash. Ash spins, turns. No foul call. So a come up empty again on the offensive end. 15:36 to go. Cincinnati trailing here 44-40. And Coming all the way down, it's going to be Bond driving all the way to the basket.
You got to cut her off.
Shot was no good.
So Bond misses the shot. Cincinnati State comes down with the rebound, and the foul is on Heacock, and that'll be 3 on Mackenzie Heacock for Owens.
And that could be a pretty big foul right there for her.
Cincinnati State dodged the bullet right there. Bond drove, and Ash kind of stepped out instead of stepping in and gave Bond a free lane to the basket.
McDougal has it on the wing.
Gotta give
she
it
lost
to
control
Samantha's
of it.
Wide open
Ball's
inside.
on the ground.
Goodness.
Possession will go to Owens. McDougal's going to come out. She knows it right away, too.
Yeah, she's got to be a lot stronger with the ball. I mean, there's no question. She struggled on the first possession the last time she came in. But Samantha Parator had great position down low right there, and you got to dump her the ball if she's that open.
Try to get the ball. Bezu was trying to get it into Scott. It goes through her hands out of bounds. (44-40).
So Cincinnati State with a good lineup right now. You got Parator and Vaughn on the inside, Henson and Brandt on the wings, and Stevenson up top. A good scoring team right now for Cincinnati State.
Kenzie Brandt now has it. Gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to drive
charge.
It, and that's it. 4.
Yep. Yeah, how do you question that call? That was a no-brainer call there. You can't throw your arm out like that. You just can't do it.
So that'll be 4. That's a big foul. Player of the conference.
Almost 15 minutes left in the game. 4 fouls. That is just not. I don't know what it is. She doesn't seem to be playing very well offensively at all. She struggled yesterday also.
And that we'll see if that will mark that around the 14-minute mark is when Vaughn's going to go out of the ballgame and see what kind of a difference that's going to make. And there's going to be a turnover. That should have been a foul called on Stevenson. They didn't call it. And Bezu throws it out of bounds. It's still a 4-point ball game.
Well, Cincinnati State, that's two basically turnovers in a row, 3 for Owens, and Cincinnati State has yet to take advantage of it.
And Kenzie Brandt's going to take it all the way in, takes it all the way to basket. Oh, misses another layup.
Unbelievable.
So she's missed another big layup, and quickly Owens is coming down the court.
Block.
There's going to be a block.
Yeah.
And that is going to be on Stevenson. And that'll be, I believe, number 4 on her.
It's on Henson.
Or Henson, I'm sorry. But they are in some serious foul trouble.
Yeah, they are kind of losing their cool right now.
Free throw no good.
You know, even though after that play Kenzie Brandt was mad at herself, sooner or later they're going to call a T on one of these players. Chin kind of jawed with the official the one time, and Kenzie Brandt pulled her jersey or whatever, and the official just looked at her. Didn't call anything.
So didn't make both free throws there. Heacock's going to come out of the ball game.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of getting Heacock out of there on the defensive end. She has 3 fouls.
44-40, and Owens putting on some pressure. Kenzie Brandt gets it over to Paratori. Ash back over to Kenzie Brandt. Getting ready to go under 14 minutes. Stevenson with the three-pointer shot. Good.
That's it, Hannah. Got to kind of take over when you're hot like that. That's 8 second-half points already for Stevenson. Cut her off.
Going to take it all the way to the basket. Free throw no good, or no good. And Ash with the rebound. They throw really not a good idea to throw that ball at all.
Goodness. Give it right back.
That was a big turnover. And then they almost throw a bad pass. She gets double teamed, does Scott. Kicks it out now. Bezu with the three-pointer. No good.
Good job by Ash.
Great rebound by Ash. Oh, and she throws a bad pass. Another bad pass by Cincinnati. And shot was no good. Paratori with the rebound.
Relax.
Stevenson bringing it all the way down. It's going to take it all the way to the basket.
What are they doing?
Shot no good. Kenzie Brandt with the rebound. She gets fouled.
That's 4 on Bond. And she knew it too.
So Bond will have 4 fouls. She's going to have to come out of the ball game. Kenzie Brandt.
It's almost like they were playing right there.
There was like 8 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, just helter-skelter. just take your time. Owens has given you opportunities here in the last 5 minutes to climb back in this and take the lead, and we're just not taking advantage of it.
Brandt makes it. One free throw. It's going to tie it up here, Tom, 44.
So first point of the second half for Kinsey Brandt, and you're right, tied it up. But I'll tell you what, the fouls are it is definitely going to be an issue here for now, probably both teams.
Kinsey Brandt. Oh, she doesn't make the free throw. 13:06 to go. We're all tied up here at 44. The winner advances to the national tournament. And Cincinnati has won it the last 2 years. Owens trying to knock them off. And Owens comes in as the number 1
seed. Protect the baseline. There you go.
Stepped out of bounds.
All right. Good job right there by Paratori. Little slow on that, but she got away with it and at least forced Karen Scott to step out of bounds.
McDougal back into the ball game for Cincinnati, giving Stevenson a little bit of a break.
Yeah, McDougal's got to step up.
Henson just fires up a shot. Wow.
And you know what, Dan? That's a little bit of that scorer mentality right there that she had in high school. She was a very prolific scorer in her high school career here in Cincinnati.
Yep, Cincinnati now putting on some pressure to get it on the wing. Here's a three-pointer. No, short. And fighting for it is going to be, she fires up a shot. No good. Probably not a good shot by her. Great rebound by Paratori. And McDougal comes down, gives it up. Now pulls it up. It's Chin right off the glass, up and in.
Is that Ash? Desiree
Ash, I'm sorry.
Good job.
And that's going to give them a 4-point lead at 48-44.
I tell you what, the one thing you notice now is a couple times down here with Owens, the help defense for Cincinnati has gotten much better. And yesterday was probably the best help defense I've seen them play all year. They were beat on more than a few occasions, and the next person came over just like they were supposed to and prevented that layup. And right now, Cincinnati State playing much better as a team, but you still need McDougal and Parator to step up big time now with Chin and Vaughn on the bench.
So 48-44, and we said at that 14-minute mark when it was 44-40, see what kind of effect Cameron Vaughn would be when she's out of the game. Cincinnati, unbelievably, has kind of went on a little bit of a run here.
It's amazing how that happens when your best player, for most of the year, goes out, and it's good to see the team rally and kind of pick it up and actually take the lead. So they got to keep that confidence going. You're not going to score every time down to 4. You can't get down on yourself. You got to just keep plugging away at them. And right now, with Heacock spending a lot of time on the bench, they got to take advantage of it.
They're on an 8-0 run. So Cincinnati on that 8-0 run is up 48-44 with 12:10 to go in this ball game. And again, as we said, the winner advances to the national tournament. And Cincinnati's won it the last 2 out of 3 years. Owens bringing the ball up the court.
Oh, hello.
And there's going to be a foul on number 25, and that is on Smith. That'll be number 2. And Tom, our Bearcats are off to another stellar start.
Oh, no.
I know it's early, but it's 14. They've scored 8 points in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's all right.
8 points in 10 minutes.
Hey, I watched Illinois go 10 minutes without a point.
Jeez, old Pete.
Hey, you're right, though. It's amazing the offensive struggles that you see now. And you know there's talent out there. I don't know.
Is it defense is better? Is it kids just don't work on their shot? I mean, what is it? Kinsey Brandt, and it was tipped by Owens. It goes out of bounds. Kinsey Brandt had it, but probably could have taken it to the...
I don't think she realized that she had 2 steps on her defender.
McDougal taking the ball out of bounds now for Cincinnati. Gives it into Ash. Ash over to McDougal. Paratori gets it, squares up, kicks it back out. Henson's going to fire a 3-point shot.
Yeah!
Good! How about that?
Yeah! Brandy Henson lighting it up today. She's got 13. Huge game for Brandy Henson, and you're starting to see that score come out.
Absolutely. Hey, and Tom, they were down they're on 11-0 run.
And there's Henson again. Come on.
Puts it up and in! How about that?
What a great job by Brandy Henson. taking over this game right now for Cincinnati State.
53-44.
Woohoo!
And a little bit of that zone's kind of messing them up, Tommy. Get it over to Heacock in the corner. Back over to Heacock. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. No good. And Kenzie Brandt with the rebound.
All right. You got to keep taking advantage of it. Keep finding the open person.
And
move the ball around.
Here's where you take your time now. You got that lead. Recognize what you got. Paratori turns around, throws up a shot. Kenzie Brandt with the rebound.
Good job
Brings
by
it back
Kenzie
out.
Brandt.
Chin, she got pushed big time. No call. McDougal drives in.
Oh,
throws up a shot. She walked.
Yeah, you know what?
Time.
That was a play right there. If Desiree Ash would have cut to the basket, she had a layup. And that's what McDougal was thinking. And when Ash didn't cut, she was kind of stuck in a bad place. But that was Ash's fault right there for not going to the basket.
So McDougal's going to come out of the ball game. And Stevenson back in. She had the hot hand there for a little bit. So between Stevenson and Henchins, and they are really starting to help carry this team. Cincinnati up here 53-44.
Help. There you go.
She walked.
Yep. And it once again, help defense right there by Desiree Ash. Forced Mitchell to cut back to the lane and pick up her dribble.
Tom, they're on a 13-0 run here. If that's my Sasha Agarwal math, you tell me.
Hey, as long as you're close, Dan. They just have to keep plugging away right now. Do not let them back in this game.
Kenzie Brandt gets it outside now to Henson. She's going to fire up another three-pointer. No good.
That's all right.
Let her keep shooting.
When you got a hot hand like that, it's hard to argue with a shot like that.
And that's going to be Bond with the basketball. Over to Bezu. To Mitchell. Mitchell
Watch
has
that
it.
backside.
Get it into Heacock. Heacock gets it, and there is going to be a foul, I believe, on Brandy Henson. And she's one of the ones that can afford a foul right now. She only has two. Heacock will be on the line to shoot two shots.
Yeah, they had a little miscommunication between Henson and Brandt right there, and Heacock snuck around the back of that zone and almost got a free layup.
And free throw's good.
So Heacock now with 6 in the second half to match her first half. So 12 on the game for Mackenzie Heacock.
Free throw on the way. Good.
Nice stroke.
53-46. 9:49 to go in this ball game. Anna Stevenson gets it in the corner to Henson. Henson pulls up, fires up a shot. No good.
I don't know about that.
Now I don't know. Quickly getting the ball down. That's going to be Bond. Giving it up to Mitchell. Gets it inside to Scott. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Desiree Ash, and that's going to be number 3 on her.
Karen Scott's going to go to the free throw line. And she was 6 for 10 from the line in the first half. Her first trip in the second.
Free throw, no good.
Haley Phillips comes in and gives Brandy a break, and I think they're probably just telling her, you know, that the last shot I think was a little out of your character, but, you know, she'll settle down, and I don't think she'll be on the bench very long.
Free throw, good. So she makes one. It's now 53-47, so they're on a mini run here with 2 points himself. Kenzie Brandt goes in, and there's going to be a reach-in foul.
I think it's on
Mitchell.
Nope,
if it is.
Yep, Mitchell. That's
her
4.
That's her 4 on her.
I thought it was on Karen Scott, but they called it on Mitchell.
So Cincinnati taking the ball out of bounds. 53-47, 9:25 to go here in this game.
Hopefully Kenzie knows that the girl guarding her has 4 fouls, so she can take a chance at being aggressive here and possibly getting Mitchell out of this game.
Haley Phillips been kind of quiet here, Tom.
Come on, Samantha.
Samantha turns around, throws up a shot, no good, goes out of bounds. I believe Owens tipped it out. Nope. Tipped out by Cincinnati.
Samantha 0 for 6 from the field.
It'd be nice to see Haley hit a couple shots.
Yeah. Yeah, Haley, I'll tell you, she's given some really good minutes yesterday and today.
Bond gets it inside to Scott, puts it up and in. So good job by them. And, Tom, they're on a little bit of a run here now.
And that's 7 second half points for Karen Scott. quietly, she's having a big game. She's got 13 now.
Hannah Stevenson has it, gives it over now to Haley Phillips. Fires a shot from the free throw line. How about that?
Haley's fielded it. Good job by the sophomore, Haley Phillips, stepping up big in this tournament for Cincinnati State.
55-49, 8:30 to go in this ball game. Oh, you're kidding me.
Did she even touch her? That's 4.
Wow.
That is the 4th foul on Hannah Stevenson, and oh my goodness.
That's a bad call. I'm sorry. It barely touched her.
You just got to be smart. I mean, you understand the aggressiveness, but that's one, man, you can't afford to give up.
When do you bring Cameron Vaughn back into the ball game?
I'm not sure, Dan. I don't know.
5-minute mark?
She's in.
Oh, wow. And there's a shot. Good. I didn't even see her go in, Tom.
Yeah, she got. That's why I thought you said, why do you bring Cameron Vaughn
No,
in?
I meant when do you bring her in? And Kenzie Brandt has the basketball now. Gives it over to McDougal. McDougal's here, struggled here. Hopefully she won't turn the ball over. Dougal has it on the wing. What are they calling?
I don't know. What is it, 3?
They called a foul on Ash.
A block?
That'll be her 4th.
Oh, my goodness. So Chin, Ash, Vaughn, and Stevenson, with 8 minutes left, have 4 fouls each.
Chin's going to come in for Ash.
Absolutely unbelievable. I think you got to get Brandy Henson back in this game right now.
And I think you're going to have to keep Phillips, McDougal in the game because they don't have a lot of fouls.
You don't have a lot of scoring right now.
You're going to have to watch that backside, Tom. There's pushing off on Scott, number 22.
And you know what? Give Scott credit. She knows that could have been a foul on Vaughn.
And that's a 2-point ball game at 55-53. Give it now to Kenzie Brandt. Sheesnead's going to have to get her on fire, Tom. McDougal now calling out the play. Dougal going off to her left.
There you go.
Inside to Vaughn. Vaughn.
Give me that spin move.
Spins, turns up,
nice.
Off the glass and in.
Oh, there we go. Only 6 points for Cameron Vaughn. That's a big one right there. Kind of stopped that little run.
57-53, 7:12 to go in this ball game. Vaughn has it at the elbow.
Move your feet.
Heacock with a 3-pointer.
Oh, big shot by Mackenzie Heacock for Owens. 3-pointer again. That's her 3rd one of the game.
Get it out to Haley Phillips. I said oh, come on.
So a travel by Haley Phillips.
And it's a 1-point ball game here, 57-56.
Well, Heacock having a big second half. She got 10 in the second half, 16 on the game, and we talked about her being one of the most consistent players, and she's proven it now.
Thought she was getting ready to fire that one up again. Kick it out now. Moore gets it inside to Scott. Scott gets double teamed. Said she walked with the
switched her pivot foot. Yeah, she switched her foot.
So Cincinnati takes the ball. So both teams.
They just have to take care of the ball. You have to give yourself an opportunity on every trip.
6:33 to go in this ball game. Cincinnati hanging on to a 1-point lead. McDougal gets in the middle to Chen.
Oh, goodness.
Chen gets it over now to Phillips. Thought she might have thrown that out of bounds. Gets it into Chen. Chen spins, turns, throws it off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Heacock. Don't foul. Heacock's going to take it all the way to the basket. And they do call foul and in.
So Heacock with the layup, and she will go to the line, and a second foul on Haley Phillips, I believe.
Yeah, that's 2 on Haley Phillips. It's like Henshins and Ash back into the ballgame.
Heacock goes to the line. She missed her first one, but she's 3 of 4 now overall. That's 18 fouls on Cincinnati State, 16 fouls for Owens with 6:11 to go in the second half.
Free throw on the way. Good. Now they're back up on top, Tommy, at 59-57. They went on a little bit of a run themselves.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we pretty much expected this. Nothing surprising here going on, but the foul trouble for Cincinnati State is just every time the whistle blows now you just hold your breath because somebody's going out pretty much every time the whistle blows. And hey, I watched that last night with Cuyahoga. It got to the point where every time the whistle blew, you knew somebody fouled out. It was so ridiculous.
Again, after this game will be the Lakeland men and Owens game, and sure that is going to be an exciting game. And I'd imagine you might have your handful of coaches in here again, Tom.
Yeah,
seeing Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, you may. And Lakeland, they've had some battles this year. I know that. I think they're a 1-point game and a 2-point game. So and they each won on the other one's floor. They both lost at home, but yeah, I think it's going to be a lot more high scoring than what we've seen so far in this tournament.
59-57, Owens over Cincinnati. Owens coming in as the number 1 seed, Cincinnati coming as the 2 seed. And these two teams were really battling down to the very end until Cincinnati lost to Sinclair on a shocking night.
But these two teams right here on this floor are so evenly matched. The numbers are so alike in every category. I went down a list of 6 or 7 different categories, and they're right there about the same all the way through.
Cincinnati takes the ball out of bounds. Get it to McDougal. It's like Owens put on. She carried a basketball. And she knows that she comes right out, Tommy.
Goodness, great. You can't take her out. See, you can't have that kind of an attitude. To know you're coming out of the game, you got to play with more confidence than that. So right now, Owens gets the ball off a Cincinnati State turnover, and Cincinnati State's got to keep playing good at nobody helping Vaughn right now. She's one-on-one, and that's going to be on Kinsey Brandt.
And Kinsey Brandt, that'll be number 1 on her, unbelievably.
Yeah, nobody there to help Vaughn. You can't blame Vaughn right there. She cannot. You can't afford to lose her yet. So that's a good job by Vaughn to stay off of that.
Scott, free throw good. Free throw good.
So Karen Scott, 9 of 14 from the free throw line for Karen Scott.
Kinsey Brandt gives it up now to McDougal. Over to Kinsey Brandt. We're at 5:51 to go. Cincinnati trailing by 4, 61-57. Give it over now to McDougal. Swing it over to Henson. She had the hot hand there for a while. Desiree Ash has it, drives all the way in, takes it off the glass, no good. And getting the rebound, and they quickly outlet it to Bezu. Bezu takes it, flips it back to Mitchell. Yeah, they got to recognize this Owens here with a 4-point lead. Oh, that's it. She's gone.
Yep. Yeah, that's it for Cameron Vaughn. So 2 struggle games for her in this tournament. League tournament was not, we definitely did not see the Cameron Vaughn we're used to seeing, and she's going to foul out with only 6 points and 7 rebounds or 8 rebounds. So not a good night for Cameron Vaughn in the championship game, and that's the first one to go, and there's going to be more than one in this one.
Free thrown away, no good.
Karen Scott will now shoot her 16th free throw of this ball game.
Free throw good. And they've really taken a big lead here, Tom, 62-57. Cincinnati's got to really cut into that lead. And that's going to be Henson's.
Good job.
He fires up a shot and got
good
fouled.
Head fake by Henson. And that's going to be it for Mitchell. She's going to foul out of this game. So Uniqua Mitchell will be the first casualty for Owens. And she's going to foul out with 10 points. So now they have Jordan Bond with 4. She's the only one with 4. So after that, they're in pretty good shape. Cincinnati, on the other hand, Stevenson with 4, Chin with 4, Ash with 4. So
Stevenson might have to come into the ball game here.
Serious trouble right now for Cincinnati State. And they will bring Bond back in with 4.
Tom, Cincinnati scored 17 points with 4 minutes to go in the half. just throwing that out there.
I'm guessing they're not winning.
No, they're losing. Free throw good.
Good job by Brandy right now. You got to concentrate.
62-58, 5:07 to go.
That's 16 points now for Brandy Henson.
Henson's free throw, no good. In and out. Get it to Heacock now. Under 5 minutes to go in this game. It's a 4-point ball game.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. You just got to play good defense, good help defense.
Get it down in the corner to Bond. Out to Heacock. She's firing up a 3-point shot. No good.
Grab it and hold it. Just hold it.
Get it out to Haley Phillips. To Ash. Ash spins, turns, throws up a shot. No good. Running it down is Henson. Kenzie Brandt now has it. She's really going to have to do something here, Tommy.
Yeah. Kick it. Oh, nice.
Kenzie Brandt's going to lay it up and in.
Good job. She heard you, Dan.
That's a 2-point ball game, 62-60.
Kenzie's got to realize she's the emotional leader on this team, and she's got to take it up another level right now.
4:11 to go in this ball game. A 2-point ball game. Owens up on Cincinnati. Again, they just got to have a good defensive stand here, Tom.
Yeah, good job right there. Good job by Kenzie. Just cut her off. There you go. Good help defense. Oh, and a block by Paratori. Good job.
Haley Phillips now has the basketball.
Slow the game down in your head here. Just slow it down.
And Brandy Hansons has it.
Good.
Oh!
What did I just say, Dan? You have to slow it down in your head. You can't get caught up in that. There was no reason to rush like that. There's so much time left.
3:47 to go in this ball game.
So wasted opportunity there. And like I said, just Haley should have just kept bringing it out. Just pull it back out and take your time.
Get it down in the corner. Don't reach in and do a silly foul from way out there. And they do a crossover to Heacock. She's going to fire up a 3-point shot. No good.
Oh,
gets her own rebound, throws up a shot off the glass.
Good job. Good hustle by Heacock right there.
It's a 4-point ball game, 3:22 to go.
Well, Mackenzie Heacock's showing us why she's on the first team all-league right now, because she's playing a heck of a second half here for Owens.
So we're going to have a timeout. I don't know, see who called that.
So 15 second half points by Mackenzie Heacock, and that gives her 21 on a ball game. Great second half for her. A 4-point game. Owens by 4, and man, you just see the opportunities that they've thrown away. Cincinnati State. They've survived the foul trouble for the most part with only, three and a half to go?
Yeah. And it's, again, the winner of this will advance to the national tournament. And in Peoria, Illinois. And Cincinnati has won the last 2 here. And Owens trying to stop that streak and beat them. It looks like the crowd's starting to fill up a little bit more here for the next game. It's going to be the Owens and Cincinnati, but that game is not going to tip off till 6 o'clock.
6:30, I think.
6:30, is it? Yeah. I know, Tom, you're sticking around. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to head on out. I'm sure you'll give me some updates.
Oh, yeah.
Look at old Jamie down there just.
Yeah, she's into it. Biting her fingernails.
Getting nervous.
All right, now it's crunch time. That's when you got to keep your head, and that's what I was talking about on that last possession where Brandy threw it away. And it's kind of like, I know you got the scorer's mentality, but you have to slow the game down in your head and not panic. And Cincinnati State coming back with Chin, Brandt, Phillips, Ash, and Stevenson.
.316 to go. Cincinnati up 4, 64-40. A big three-pointer would be what I'm calling for right here, Tom. It'd be nice to see.
Oh, my
Stevenson,
goodness. Oh.
it got tipped out. I thought she might have just threw it out of bounds, but 64-63-08.
You know what? The assistant coach just stood up to call the play, and the official asked him to sit down. Oh, goodness gracious.
Stevenson with the basketball. Jump ball possession, I think, goes to Cincinnati.
Stays here. My goodness.
Really not taking care of the basketball here down the stretch.
Shot clock issue.
Do they change it?
Alternate possession?
Yeah, they changed it.
I believe you should reset it.
You got to reset it.
Yeah, because you're changing the possession clock. No? No?
What?
Really? I know they didn't get possession going the other way, but I thought you reset it because you changed the possession arrow. Maybe.
You got to hurry up.
Clock. Shoot it. Shoot it.
She fires it up. No good. And I don't think she knew about it, Tom. 250. 247. Cincinnati trailing by 4.
Oh, goodness gracious. Brianna House took her eye off the ball, and it goes off her head out of bounds. Cincinnati State will get possession back. Huge turn right there. Cincinnati State, you have got to take advantage of this possession.
Absolutely. You got to score here. Hannah Stevenson gets it, spins, takes it in, pulls up, throws up a shot off the front of the rim, no good. And Owens is going to save, but she stepped out of bounds.
Stevenson kind of a little nervous on that shot. It was way short. So Phillips will take it out for Cincinnati with a fresh shot clock. Oh, push.
She got pushed, yep. Mackenzie Brand will go to the line.
That'll be 3 on Danielle Bezou. So Kenzie to the line. She missed her last one. Having a huge game, really. She got over 10 rebounds and over 10 points. So
makes a free throw. That's a big free throw, Tom.
Yeah, we've seen her in crunch time before, and she usually drains them. So,
and Bond's going to come back into the ball game.
That's the one thing we've been lucky this year, Dan. We've had a lot of close games.
No free throw, no good. Getting the rebound. Ash shot, no good. Behind. And they get it back to Kenzie Brandt. Fires up a shot.
Good! Two-pointer.
That's a big shot by Kenzie Brandt.
Good job by
Cincinnati
Ash,
down by 1. Tom, might we have another overtime game?
Cincinnati State may not have enough players for overtime.
Bezou fires up a shot, in and out, no good.
Grab it.
And Stevenson has it.
Now take care of the ball. No hurry.
We got 1:56 to go in this ball game. Cincinnati down by 1. Get it to Haley Phillips. Back to Stevenson. 16 on a shot clock. We're going to call a timeout, does Coach Beeler.
You can't ask for anything more than this, Dan. 1 seed, 2 seed. Championship game of your tournament.
And that's the way it should be.
I agree. I agree.
And again, here's my theme, buddy. You love the Rocky theme. If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what does.
Yeah, so like you said, it's come down to a minute plus for the right to go to the national tournament and give yourself a chance out there. But Owens and Cincinnati State both have been solid all year, consistently at the top. And now it's coming down to this. And it's who takes care of the ball better.
Absolutely.
And who's going to make their free throws.
And then the referees then are talking like, guys, we cannot make a horrible call that everybody's we got to be real cool here.
I don't want these 2 yahoos up there talking about me. And in the next game, we'll have the men's championship. We got the 1 seed Lakeland against the 2 seed also from Owens. And that, again, we expect a very close game. Both their matchups this year have been extremely close.
64-63 is our score. Cincinnati has the basketball and will try to take a 1-point lead or a 2-point lead. Again, Dan Alberts, Tom Benassi, Rhonda McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports. 1:45 to go in this ball game. Winner goes to the national tournament.
Just take care of the ball.
Give it back now to Kinsey Brandt. Kinsey Brandt trying to get a screen. They got 6 on the shot clock. She's going to drive all the way in. Got fouled, and she's going to the basket.
See
Good
who
job
this
by
is
Kinsey
on.
Brandt. Was it on 12?
Number
Bezu?
12. That'll be 4 on Bezu. And Brandt, once again, to the free throw line. She's been 1 out of 2 the last 2 trips.
So Kinsey Brandt, free throw, good. That is a big free throw.
Now she's got to drain this one. She's missed the second one the last 2 times. Got that lead back?
Nope.
Look at this battle.
Over to back on Heacock.
No.
Over to back.
Oh, yeah. No.
What?
It's on Kinsey Brandt.
Wow.
Kinsey Brandt over the back, and
wow.
Heacock will step to the line, and she's pretty much automatic.
I thought Heacock was over the back on Ash.
So that's only the second foul on Kinsey Brandt. And Heacock, I believe, missed her first free throw, and she's hit the last 4.
Free throw good.
Very nice. She's got a great-looking shot. 22, I believe, for Heacock on the game.
They got that 1-point lead here at 65-64. Free throw again. No good.
Over the back. That's going to be on Brianna House, and that'll be 3 on her. And I believe it's going to be Desiree Ash to the free throw line.
So it's going to come down to free throw shots, Tom, most definitely.
No, is it Chin? All right, it's Chin.
Uh-oh.
Alexis Chin will step to the free throw line. And she is 1 of 4 on the game.
Chin's free throw. Good.
Got
That's
it.
a big free throw.
How about that? You got to love that.
That is a big free throw.
You know in your head you've been struggling, and to get up there and drain that first one is huge.
Look how far she's off the free throw line.
Yeah, she's done that for a while.
Free throw.
Come on.
No good.
Oh.
And almost, and it's going to be rebounded by Heacock. So we have a tie ball game here, 1:26 to go. And it's going to be a block on Stevenson.
No basket. No basket. Stevenson's out, though. That'll be 5 on her. So she'll leave with 14 points. She did a really good job on defense also. So she was a key player in this one. Well, I mean, I know she's out, but she's held on for a long time. She had 4 fouls a while ago. She did a really good job tonight. She did a great job yesterday defensively to keep Cincinnati State close. So a good tournament for Hannah Stevenson.
She'll go out of the game, and Haley Phillips goes in, but Scott on the line to shoot 2 shots. Free throw.
No good.
No good.
And this will be her 18th free throw of the game.
How many? What is she on the line?
She's made 9.
9 of 18. Wow.
No, 10. I'm sorry. So she'll be 10 of. She's 10 of 18 right now.
Free throw good.
Got that one.
It's a 1-point
Plenty
lead for
of time.
Owens. 66-65. And Kinsey Brandt has it on the wing. Gets it up high.
Oh,
Ash. She might have walked.
I thought she was going to shoot it.
Kinsey Brandt.
Get out of the way. We got 3 people in the same spot.
Get it into.
Walk.
Oh.
So with 1:03 to go, Owens takes over possession on a turnover by Cincinnati State. Plenty of time left. Just got to play good, solid defense. I thought for sure Ash was going to take that 3-pointer. Hasn't shot one all day, though.
Here we go with 57 seconds to go. A 1-point ball game for Owens. Heacock has it on the wing. 18 on a shot clock. This will be a big possession.
Got to watch for Heacock, number 21, no doubt.
Heacock's going to drive all the way in. Oh, she might have
traveled? No.
Puts it up and in. It's a 3-point ball game.
Great job right there by Heacock.
33 seconds, Tom. There's about an 11-second differential. Gonna have to hurry up, Tom.
Who do you want taking it? That's the question.
Phillips fires up a shot. No good. And Scott's going to throw it out of bounds. No.
Good save by Ash right there. So they're going to get another chance, but boy, they wasted a whole lot of time on that possession.
Yeah, they really did.
You got to take the ball in and go after 2 points, and there's still enough time. You can still make it a foul shooting contest if you have to. But, man, they wasted, almost 24 seconds?
Yep. So the winner of this will advance. I mean, could Owens do a double dip?
So right now, Cincinnati State's got to determine if they're going to pick one shooter or if they're going to say, hey, if you got the open shot, you got to take it. I don't know. There's still enough time to go for 2. I mean, there's no reason why you can't drive in, get a quick 2, and foul.
Yep.
Just don't foul Heacock.
68-65. Owens up with 16 seconds to go. As we said, the winner advances to the national tournament.
So Cincinnati State
Phillips taking the ball out of bounds. Get it into Kenzie Brandt. Flips it back to Hedgen. She fires up a three-point shot. No good off the front of the rim. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. They're going to call a foul?
I don't know. No. Timeout. Timeout by Owens with possession. A 3-point lead and the ball for Owens. So not looking too good for Cincinnati State right now.
So 68-65, and not looking too good here for Cincinnati.
So the men's team gets knocked off yesterday by Owens, and it looks like right now Cincinnati State Lady Surge are in trouble at home in the championship game. And, it's as close as we thought it was going to be.
Absolutely.
From, minute one. We knew it was going to be a battle, and neither team could seem to pull away. I think 7 maybe. Did Owens go up by 7 at one point, I think?
Yeah.
But, both teams have done a good job of getting back into it and making it a close game. But right now, Cincinnati State just making a couple more errors than what Owens has made.
68-65, and Owens will be taking the ball out of bounds, and it's looking like they're going to advance to the tournament, but funnier things have happened.
Well, right here, Cincinnati State's got to be very careful here. With Heacock taking the ball out, you got to look for her to step in and get it right back, and because you don't want to foul her. You want to commit the foul before she gets it. Yeah, good job right there. And actually, that was Brianna House's fault. She had time to get it back to her, and she didn't do it. And House is going to go. She hit her first 2 in the first half, and she missed both free throws this half.
6.8 seconds to go. House will be in the line. Checking in for the first time is going to be Bailey Adams with 6.8 seconds to go. Free throw, no good.
So Cincinnati State's got to be very aware of what's going on. They got to know what they're going to do here when they get the ball.
They're going to have to obviously go for a three-pointer, Tom.
Yeah, I think you want the ball in Brandt's hands because she's the fastest one with the ball.
That's it. That did it right there.
Good job by Brianna House to step up and drain that last free throw.
And there's Ash for a three-pointer, no good, and that's it. And Owens is going to advance to the national tournament.
69-65. Owens pulls out the win on Cincinnati State's floor, and they will get an opportunity to go to Peoria.
And I'm happy. I'm telling you what, I'm happy for that coach. He's a great coach, a great guy. And there you see the emotions on Coach Lanus as they win this game and they beat Cincinnati, and Cincinnati's season's going to come to an unbelievable end.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, we've been doing it for, 8 years? And he's been one of our favorite coaches to have in here, without question. And they've always been a well-coached team. They've always been they're a nice team. You never see anything bad out of them. And kudos to him for winning the league title. and the championship of the tournament. And you know what? They go to Illinois, and everybody's got the same record once you get there.
You absolutely never know. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up another season here for Cincinnati. And unbelievably, Cincinnati cannot pull this off, and they're doing the cutting down the nets and all that good stuff. So we really appreciate everybody. Tom Hathaway, we appreciate Nick Nove, Coach Beeler, and obviously Rondell McMillan for helping us out, and Coach Tate, and just been another phenomenal year again for us. So we appreciate everybody out there and all the hard work and all the guys at the studio at Anderson Community Television. And hard to believe another season's over, Tom.
Yeah, it is hard to believe. It went fairly quickly. And you know what? We had two good teams here at Cincinnati State this year, and the men battled injuries. The women were a shock to us because we thought that they were going to struggle a lot more than what they did this year. I thought it was a great season for Sonia Beeler in her first year, and they got a good core coming back next year, and I look for great things from her after what we've seen in this first year.
Absolutely. So we're going to wrap it up. So for Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, Ronna McMillan, thanks again, everybody, for watching all during the season, and we will catch you next year on USBN Sports and Anderson Community Television. Good night, everybody.